Warning, may cause extreme student engagement.
Welcome to the Digital Dish.
Your go-to podcast for all things tech and education. Hello, Allison.
Ooh, uh-oh. Hello, Katie. How are you?
Sorry, I used your given name. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy September and
Happy
season
September. Season 2
Woohoo!
of the Digital Dish.
Yeah.
It has been a wild ride this summer. How was your summer?
Pretty much the same.
Wild.
Wild and crazy as tech goes.
Did you go away for work?
I did. I went to Idaho.
That's right. Tell me. I've been dying to hear about this.
Well, first we might want to introduce ourselves.
Oh, I guess we could do that. Go ahead. Take it away.
Well, I'm Allie, and I'm happy for the school year, but done adulting and your ed tech coach.
And I'm Katie. I'm the director of ed tech at West Hill CSD. And I don't really know. All the things.
All the things.
I'm everything to everybody.
There you go.
Not by choice.
Oh. But yeah, Idaho was great. We went, so BOCES sent 4 people from OCM. Well, Micron sent 4 people from OCM and 5 or 6 people from City BOCES to go over and learn about their chip camp and curriculum with semiconductors and their microchips and things like that. So it was super cool to learn. Interesting curriculum. A lot of it is over my head, so I got a lot of learning to do, but it was cool. It was neat.
And you mentioned something to me about being able to see like the effect that Micron had on the school system and the community while you were out there.
It was epic. So just talking to some people, because I like to talk to people, but also seeing Micron and making what they're using better and putting it back into the environment and all the jobs and just the sheer size. It made me feel a lot better coming back and being like, okay, there's going to be a lot of jobs. It's going to hopefully help our community a lot. So it made me feel better.
Nice. And you feel like that it had a positive impact on the schools there?
Absolutely. So not just the curriculum that they sent us home with. This is like a 3-inch binder of a curriculum. It was interesting. But also it has great outreach programs, and especially in CTE programs and things like that. So it was a really cool way for us to see how kids who don't necessarily take the traditional path, for those who can't see, I made air quotes for that, but how they can still do all of these great things and be a part of Micron.
That's awesome. Cool.
Got to go into a clean room. That was pretty interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You'll have to share some pictures on the socials.
Yes, absolutely. In the bunny suit.
Yeah. That's so cool. What an experience.
It was really neat, and it's been the first time in many, many years that I was on a plane. And so that was interesting. But coming back, it was not so great. Our plane got delayed because of a massive storm out of Detroit. No, I think. And so we didn't end up getting home until 2:00 in the morning the next day. It was,
That's rough.
But yeah, we went out for a whole week at the beginning of the summer, and it was really cool.
That's crazy. Nice.
How about you? What's going on with you?
Oh, nobody wants to hear about my director stuff. It's been such a crazy summer because we just switched to School Tool. Mm-hmm. So it touches every aspect of the daily life of staff and students. They don't realize it, but all of that had to be redone. So, and I'm still tweaking every day. So that was insane and wild. And then we also brought in a new management system for our Windows desktops.
Woohoo.
So that's a whole new system, new learning, but it's a positive change definitely for our team. So that's been really good. Yeah, and just trying to keep my head above water at this time of year. But it's all been good stuff,
Yeah, absolutely. And September, I love it. I love September, all the new school year and meeting people and all the new ideas and the students and
the buzz.
I love the buzz.
Yeah. Yeah, the bus is good.
Yeah.
So what do we want to talk about the topic, or do we want to start with an appetizer?
Well, so just so our listeners from last season know, we're kind of changing things just a little bit. So we are going to put out an episode every other week, to a month, instead of every week. So that way we have more chances to get out into the classroom and do some cool tech stuff.
Yeah, because Allie's only here one day a week, so the podcast was taking up half her day. So we want to,
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. But we'd like to, do more with kids. And Allie is a really good person to get into classrooms because that is her responsibility, and that's all she does is work with teachers. So we want to get her out more and working with all of you, which would be fantastic.
I agree.
Anyway, so we will dive into the topic soon, but what is our topic today?
Our topic is because it's our first episode, it's like putting our best foot forward and kind of helping us uplift the crazy amounts of work that teachers are walking into, being in September.
So we are calling this episode One Step Ahead, or byline, One Step Ahead, and then the byline, staying on top of being the coolest teacher in the building.
Yes. Yeah. I do like that one.
Yeah. So that's like our main focus for today. But before we dive into that, I was thinking maybe we could start every episode with a little tip or trick. We have so many little nuggets that aren't going to take up a whole episode to talk about, but so many little nuggets to share that can help staff and students and learn more about like how they use their devices or how they use certain things. So today I am going to actually screen record this because we want to be able to provide the visual going along with this tech tip. But one of my favorite things to do on a Chromebook is to take a screenshot of something and then to edit the screenshot.
I love doing that so much. I do it not only for school and presentations, but I do it for all of my art stuff that I do on the side.
Yeah, it's awesome. Mm-hmm. And I love the fact that like most of our teacher Chromebooks have a stylus. So this is super easy to do. I use a shortcut key on my Chromebook, but you can also use the little stylus pen button at the bottom of your taskbar. And that will also do a screenshot, but is it Control-Alt, and then the square with the two lines next to it, button above the number 5 or wherever it is on your keyboard. That will pop open like your screenshot screen, and then you can decide to take a picture of the entire screen or just a section of the screen. And for the purposes of like what I usually do, I'm showing somebody something, I usually take just a portion of the screen. So I'm going to choose that option, and then I'm going to click and drag over the portion of the screen that I want to screenshot. And what it is going to do essentially is just take a picture of it on the screen, and it becomes like a little picture of what was on your screen. Then you'll see it pop up on the bottom of the Chromebook, and you can click edit or click on it to open it in the picture viewer on the Chromebook. So if I hit edit, it opens it up in the picture viewer. I don't know what this app is. Oh, gallery it's called. And then now I've got all these other options. I can rotate it. I can crop it. I can change the lighting filter so I can lighten it up or darken it. And then I can draw on it. And this is my favorite. When I click draw and I pull my stylus out of my Chromebook, I can choose a color. And then I can circle something, point to it, hit done, hit save. And I don't even have to do anything from here on out, except for if I right click on the image with the drawing on it, I can copy it and stick it in an email, stick it in a work order, put it in a document that I'm working on. It's super quick, super easy. It's like my favorite thing.
You can also put it in Google Classroom in anything that you present to your students. So if there's a particular question about that everybody has about whatever that you're talking about, then it's really easy to pop it up there and just have students go to that particular picture instead of having 20 questions asked at the same time.
Absolutely. Love it.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. Now to dive in
Yeah,
to our main topic. Being the coolest teacher in the building is really tough.
it is very much
So hard. But we're going to tell you how to do it. and what to use so that you're not spending hours trying to be the coolest person.
Oh, 100%. Because it does take up a lot of time.
It sometimes does, right? And we're going to show you how you can use things like websites, so that that will take up like 5 minutes instead of hours
Yes.
to be the coolest teacher in the building.
Right on.
You want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. All right, so I'm going to record a little bit too, just so that way you guys know. It's
Countdown.
beeping. Countdown. So I wanted to talk about Quizzes, which is now Wayground. They did a whole rebrand. A lot of really great information came about it. The story behind it is
stupid.
yes, but it's
Yeah.
finding a way to bring everybody to this like on a level playing ground. Like that was the whole thing.
The premise.
That was the premise. But with that, in the rebrand and things like that, they gave their website a huge facelift as well. So it doesn't look like, I mean, when you first log in, it does look like Quizzes, but there's a lot of AI built into a lot of what we're doing. One particular thing is if we go to Wayground and then go to My Library, you can create and add a resource pretty much from anywhere. From a worksheet, from study materials. It looks a lot like Notebook LM when you're first starting to work on that. And then you can turn it into an assessment, a presentation. You can do flashcards, which is super cool. You can turn a passage into like a little quiz that's more interactive. And it takes about 30 seconds when you use AI. And you can, of course, double check those questions. Please double check those questions. But it automatically saves it for you and sets it up. Like it's so much easier. And you can see on the back end after your students finish it, there's different kinds of questions. You can put in, like, say if your students need extra time or if they need less options, like there's a lot of differentiation that goes in there that, you can see on the back end how your students are doing that you can automatically upload to School Tool.
So can you show an example of how you might use AI to be cooler than everybody else in Wayground?
Absolutely. So say on Wayground, I am in My Library and I'm going to create something from, say from a website. So say if I were going directly from, oh no, I got to find a website. Never mind.
What if we wanted to create like an interactive practice or an interactive lesson, kind of like with Pear Deck, right?
It really is. So say for example, from Microbit. I'm a big one for microbits and things like that. So if I go to makecode.microbit, I'm just finding a website real quick. Okay. So I can create directly. I can either search for what other teachers are using. I can create pretty much anything I want. Or I can have AI just specifically do it. So say if I wanted to create something and I'm going to go from a website and click on website and I'm going to enter in my URL. I can choose number of questions. It can do automatic 5, 8, 10, or 15. And I can select the subject and grade. So if we select computers and say microbit fits really well in with 7th grade, and I'm going to click the purple generate quiz, it will take all the information from makecode.microbit.org into a quiz that it'll just be super simple, easy, mostly multiple choice, but you can go in and actually change.
And you can make them fun and competitive, right? In Wayground or quizzes.
Absolutely. You can choose which way you would like to actually present it on the back end. So if you want just a straight up general quiz, if you want it something with Mastery Mountain, they can compete against each other. and things like that. So it took about a minute to make a 15-question, 15-point quiz.
Quiz sounds so boring. Let's call it something else.
Okay.
Competition. Knowledge
okay.
competition. Knowledge acquisition competition.
There we go.
Knowledge acquisition. That's KAC.
Okay.
We're making a KAC.
KAC. Cool.
Knowledge acquisition competition. Awesome.
So, and then you can publish it and you can use it, reuse it, change the questions, send it to people, add images.
Mm-hmm.
You can edit all of the questions. So say if you didn't like a particular one, you can go back and change a question, how it's worded, or you can change it to, you can draw a picture, you can have hotspots, you can do all sorts of different stuff with quizzes.
Awesome.
Or Wayground, excuse me.
Yeah. And I think what we're talking about today, and meaning being the coolest teacher in the building, to me, means that students have the opportunity to engage with you and with the content all the time and not just in a sit and get situation. So I guess that's to clarify, the coolest teacher in the building is the one that engages all kids.
Absolutely. Well, especially with the two items that we're talking about today, if you are using these tools appropriately, it'll give you extra time to make those relationships with the students, because this is the time.
Yes, definitely. The tool that I want to showcase today is crazy to me that they've done this, and they've done it pretty well. So our teachers are familiar with Pear Deck and pair assessment. Mm-hmm. We've not really touched on pair practice before, but we have the full versions of Deck and assessment. And they just came out with the free AI tool that brings all three of those things together. So I'm going to record my screen so that I can pop this in when we publish our YouTube video. I'm going to do full screen though, because
you have to hop back and forth.
Yeah. You might see some tabs popping open, whatnot. But anyway, so it's called start.peardeck.com or Pear Start. It's called Pear Start. The URL is start.peardeck.com. And it kind of looks like Magic School when you first go to it, because there are different options to get started. There are different tools to get started. One is a lesson plan. One is a unit plan. I know that kind of sounds boring, but it's not. One is a multiple choice assessment, a choice board creator. I'm going just kind of scrolling down, DOK question creator, historical figure explainer. Lots of different things, very similar look to Magic School. But what sets this part apart from Magic School is that what you do in here is actionable. So I'm going to go, I chose worksheet just as an example. And it, just like in Magic School, it asks you for a grade level, for your topic, objectives, and standards. I chose a couple of ELA standards. I chose 9th grade. My objective is to read Harrison and Bergeron and explain how the central theme, well, I can't talk today, central theme relates to Fahrenheit 451. Two different authors, but kind of have a very similar stance on society. I can attach other Google Slides to it or other documents and PDFs. I can link websites, and there's a standard selector. And then I'm going to give it more details. So I'm not a fan of worksheets, but I'm hoping to use this kind of like an EDU protocol.
Okay.
And use it as an electronic worksheet type of activity. But underneath additional details, I've written students will be collaborating in groups of 4. Each should be focusing on a different element of the worksheet, and then the group will bring it all together. And then I'm going to click generate. So this is the AI tool that is going to help save so much time. You already know what you have to teach as far as curriculum goes, what your texts are, what your standards are, but you may need a refresh in some of your lessons. Maybe you do want to engage more students. And as I'm talking, you can see how this is just creating and creating. So you've got textual summary, section 1, comparing themes, section 2, and section 3, textual evidence, section 4, creative activity, and then there's an answer key. And it's still going. It's still kind of like creating everything. And now at the bottom, I can ask for more changes. I can say, include something that relates to everyday life, a connection to I'm going to write that. Include a connection to everyday life. And then I click generate. And so it works like Gemini in that way, where I'm chatting it back and forth and asking it to modify it. And then when I'm pretty confident or I'm ready to use what it gives me, it's still regenerating. There is a green button, and this is the best thing ever, that says transform. When I click transform, this will then generate automatically a pair deck, a pair practice, and or a pair assessment based on this activity.
Ooh, one-stop shop.
Yeah, so I'm going to click transform. And the Pear Decks, if you have never used Pear Deck before, it's basically an interactive Google Slides. You set up a Google Slide, you add interactivity to the slides that you want to take a pause at and have students, give you feedback or answer questions or draw something. And then you get to see what they do on your teacher dashboard on your end.
In live time, too.
In live time, yep. Or you can give it to them for practice for homework. But you can control the pace of the lesson and what they see when on their screen. So they'll see your slides on their own screens, and then they'll be able to interact with the slides that you chose to be interactive. So once I click transform, I have the option to choose instant pair deck, instant pair practice, which is kind of like quizzes and Kahoot.
Nice.
It's really fun.
I do like my Kahoot.
Yeah, it's team-based practice and an instant pair assessment, or all three. Once you get the hang of this, I think it's going to blow your mind. It will take so much load off of your brain so that you don't have to sit and plan every single aspect of every lesson. This will do the lion's share of the work for you, and then you can just go in and tweak it. So that's my thing today.
I love it.
I love it too. I'm going to end this screencast. So, I mean, that's it for today's episode.
Yeah, that's definitely it. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. All the things.
Yeah, so Allie and I now both have booking pages. Mm-hmm. Finally got Allie on the booking page train. So West Hill Teachers, she'll be sending that out so that you can book time just like you can with me. It's in my signature. It'll be in Allie's signature, maybe.
It should be.
Probably already is.
Probably.
Maybe. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out at some point.
But it's booking pages are awesome because you give the teachers my booking page, and it will give them time slots that I'm available. Only time slots that I'm available. So if something's on my calendar, that time slot is not available, which keeps me in check with not overbooking myself, but also allows the teachers and staff to choose a time that works for them and me, and not have to like do this back and forth email thing where like, oh, does Tuesday at 3 work? No. Does Wednesday at 2 work? No. Like,
we do that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So it takes care of all that.
I do like how it does, like, hey, if I have a meeting with you at 9:30, it's going to automatically take that out. I don't have to go in and do any craziness.
It's awesome. Anyway, we're wrapping it up, but the other thing that I'm really excited about this year is a new program Allie and I started called the AI Allies program. And it's not AI Allies program.
Even though that's what it looks like on our document.
Yeah. It's AI Allies. So what's so cool about this is that teachers who are ready to implement AI with their students, this is 5 through 12 right now, those teachers that are ready to take the next step, they get once a month full group PD. They get priority access to Allie and I, which is an unknown dollar amount value.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, and then they get a full year license to Gemini for Workspace.
Yes, which is so amazing.
I love it so much. Gemini is built into every workspace app. Slides, it helps you generate slides. It helps you generate images. It's in Google Docs. It's in Gmail. It's not in Calendar yet.
I think it's working on it.
Yeah.
We just got Calendar updated to what it is updated to. So
Yeah, true. You know what I did this week?
What?
Or last week, actually, I got an email I'm in this New York State AI leadership committee. I'm not sure, like, what the purpose of the committee, I think, is just to bring us all together and, like, talk about things, which is great. But I got an email from the guy that leads it, and there's 10 dates of committee meetings. 10. How long would that take to go put into your calendar?
That's insane.
That's a lot, right? So I copied and pasted that in Gemini and said, put these on the calendar for me. And it did, but then it put it on, like, all day at the top for
Gotcha.
those days. And I was like, well, I understand that because there's no time. I went back to the email. It said all of these are at 11 a.m. So I went back to Gemini and said, change the times from 11 to 12. And it did it for
I love
me.
it.
That was like the coolest thing. And another thing I did, I'm sorry, Allie.
It's okay.
This is a personal use case.
Do it.
I've been into sourdough baking, as we all know.
I love your sour.
And I had total flops this weekend. That's okay. It's a learning process. But I really wanted to make these rolls, and I wanted them to be done by 2 p.m. on Saturday. But I was having a really hard time backwards, like, planning everything, because you have to mix it and you have to let it set, and then you have to do stretch and folds.
Feed
and then you have
feed
to-
it. And
No, that's a starter.
That's a starter. Okay.
Yeah, like just the dough part. There's like lots of steps. It's not hard to do, it's just lots of steps. So I took a picture of my cookbook and I put it in Gemini and said, I want these done at 2, backwards, schedule this for me. And it freaking did.
I love it.
It was amazing. It saved me so much time. They turned out okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, no, and I've used it. So I left Michael's.
Oh,
It wasn't difficult. It was just time consuming.
Yeah.
Like
that's a lot.
It was a lot. So I left Michael's, but I ended up teaching a drone class for Lemoyne College.
So cool.
And it was really cool. And I was like, oh yeah, let's do it. And it's a lot more complicated than I realized.
Adult learners, right?
It's,
Or college.
no, they're adults.
Yeah, adult learners.
Like adult learners. And one of the gentlemen, actually, he taught technology, like shop and stuff like that for 30 years, and he's retired and just looking for like fun stuff. And so it's really cool talking to them and
Can't wait till I can do that.
right. That's okay. We got some time.
Yeah.
But so there was no instructions, no whatever. Like there was
No
just
curriculum.
nothing. The instruction book for the drones wasn't there. Like nothing was there.
Daunting.
So my first class I felt was a complete flop because I had no clue what was going on. So my second class I was like, you know what? Let me not overthink this. Hey Gemini, help me with this. And it laid out 10 classes, even though I'm only doing 4. It laid out all 10 classes for step-by-step directions. And I was like, hey, can you give me lesson plan format so that way I can understand what I need to teach? And it gave me, this is your starter. This is how much time this is going to take. And it, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, okay, much better.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, how much time did that save you?
So much. And my anxiety went like
Yeah.
immediately down because I was like,
Right.
I can understand that.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, I mean, we gone on a little bit long, but
Sorry,
it's
guys.
all good stuff.
Well, and we were originally planning not to have a long first episode.
Were we?
I mean, that was the talk.
Best laid plans of mice and men
Well,
often go awry. Happens.
it's okay.
We just have so much to
We're
share.
good. We're excited to be back.
Yeah, we are excited to be back. Do we know what the next episode is going to be about?
We haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah.
It's something.
Yeah, we've
or
got
if,
time.
if you guys have ideas of things that you would like to
Yes.
know about, please email us or
If-
talk to us.
If you go to bit.ly/digital dish pod, POD, there is a feedback form on that website, and all of our episodes are there as well. But there's a feedback form where you can either nominate someone or yourself to be on the podcast. You can submit ideas for topics. We would love to hear from you because this is for you, not for us. I mean, we have fun doing it for
Yeah,
sure,
absolutely.
but the only reason why we're doing it is for you
100%.
because we, want to meet you where you're at in different venues and media.
Absolutely.
Email is so overrated.
Like, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
But also so that way, like, you can enjoy a cup of coffee and be listening to the
Yeah.
podcast instead of,
Yeah.
all that extra.
And we are trying a little bit to add a visual element to it. That's why we screencasted a little bit of the things. We're trying it out. May not last. We don't know. It's okay. Taking
knows?
a
It's
risk.
September.
It might not pay off. Who knows?
We're good.
But
But yeah, I don't know.
hopefully we'll be posting them anyway on
Yes.
our Instas.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
All right.
All right. Well, have a great rest of your day, guys.
Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody.
Bye.